Good day guys, my name is Excellent and this is Tech channel, and in this particular video we are going to be talking about the two rivals for a long time, the iOS versus the Android. In this video we are going to discuss which is better. Let's get into it. Hey guys, if you are new viewer, welcome, and we love if you can smash that subscribe button, and if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. Okay guys, now we knew in the year 2007 iPhone released their first iPhone, the iPhone 1, and this phone featured a lot of things which other companies didn't feature at the beginning of smartphones. In fact, this was one of the major reasons Nokia fell from the highest point in the market, but I'll talk more of that later in the video. Now this phone came with a camera, and this camera was better than other phones as at that time. It came with a screen touch capability which many phones didn't have as at that time, and it didn't use stylus, which was the normal way phones make screen touch as at that time. Now then they came a rival, which was the Android, and Android came in 2008 with their first phone, HTC Bishop 1, and this was the first Android phone. It was a little bit ahead of its time then because it was at least better than the iPhone 1 then, with a little more features. But they had one common rival at that beginning, Sybia. Sybia had the most part of the market, and if you want to know Sybia, you heard of Sybia phones like the Nokia N95, which was one of the first smartphones. You worked on the Sybia network. Even other Nokia phones at that early part worked on the Sybia network. But later on, it really died down. They had later Windows, but Windows didn't stay in the market that much. It also died down. Then people will say iOS versus Android is based on your personal preference. I'm going to highlight what makes these two things unique. But let's talk to our tech expert. Thank you, Excellent. Technically, it is excellent. But I said just now, we are going to highlight what makes these two phones unique. Now, the iOS has a kind of an ecosystem, and this ecosystem makes it very easy to use when you have these components. Like, you can be typing on your phone and continue from the MacBook. It's so good, like very unique. Then what is unique with the Android is that they have a way of getting a smartphone for any price you produce. That literally any kind of range you have, they have the smartphone. From $50 to any amount they have the range. Now, one other good thing about Android is that they produce good quality phones for lesser price than the iPhone. Now, this last year, Mr. What's the Boss awarded the all-well-known Xiaomi Redmi Note 10 Pro, which was a revolutionary smartphone the year 2021, for the best budget smartphone that year. And if you hear the price, it was $250, but it was, based on my personal preference, better than the iPhone SE produced for $400 and something as of that last year. And if you look at these two phones, many people are going to actually prefer the Android version, but iPhone produced something, to me, less quality for a higher price. I'm not saying iPhone SE is not good, but one thing I'm trying to say is that iPhone make phones for the high-end users compared to Android making it to all kinds of users, and it's still based on your personal preference. A lot of people may talk about the camera. iOS camera are very good, but not saying that Android camera are not good. If you get a good Android phone with a good camera, you are going to enjoy it. If in the Tecno, if you get a common smartphone, it competes with the lower end Samsung smartphones with camera. It also has good cameras. And if you look at the iPhone, it also has good camera. But one thing they do, they only produce high-end cameras, which is the flagship camera level, while other phones produce different levels of camera. I'm not saying they are not good, but when you are used to the lower-end camera of the Android, you look at the iPhone so super, but Android produce good camera. If you look at the comparison with Mr. What's the Boss, iPhone 13 Pro Max or S24 Ultra, you see what I'm saying. iPhone 13 Pro Max isn't that better off compared to the S22 Ultra, but it wins in the video aspect. Now let's get to other part, the battery life. We all know before now it sucked when it comes to battery. iPhone sucked when it comes to battery until their newest release, iPhone 13 Pro Max, which I would say is the best battery presently with these flagship smartphones. Why? It lasts with Mr. What's the Boss test over 10 hours. Now, let's check about the Android. You know, Android has been used to getting better battery life than the iOS variant. Now, Android has not made their battery really bad, but iOS has found a way to optimize their battery to make it better. But one disclaimer here is that almost all Android phones has good battery life, but we can't say that for the iOS. So I would say battery life is also based on your personal preference here. Then one other thing I would like to also add to this part of it is that in the year 2004, Android was ready to sell the company to Samsung, but they refused to buy. I'm very sure they will regret this particular decision now, because talking about Android, about let's say 70 to 80% of the smartphone in the market are running on Android, because iOS produce their base, but there are a lot of phones running on Android. Apple are the only company using iOS. iPhone are the only company using iOS, while there are a lot of companies using Android. So now I'm sure that decision will be think about again by Samsung. But let's get it clear, which is better actually. Now, if you are saying a phone is better than another, it means it's actually better. But let's get something clear. Is iOS better than Android? Now, from my point of perspective, depending on the smartphone you are going for. If you are going comparing the iPhone 13 Pro Max with an Android phone, you don't expect it to compare with a small Android like Xiaomi Mi 11 or even Mi 10 Pro. They are going to lose. But when you are comparing it with the S22 Ultra or the like of Xiaomi Mi 11 or others like that, it will get a fair competition, or even the last year S21 Ultra. But if you are comparing with low-end phones, you know these phones tend to win. But when I'm talking about these comparisons, now iOS uses a different software while Android uses a different software. When compare with their range, that's what I would say. But which is better? Now, when we say a phone having an ecosystem, I would say I give that to the iOS. When you are talking about a phone that you can customize to what you love, I will give that to the Android. Then Android also can fit into any budget you have. That's another key point about the Android. But when you are doing a comparison, compare the iPhone to a range, the same range in the Android version. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, which you think is better. But based on personal preference, if you ask me, I tend to love Android more because it's customizable to anything you love. You can even customize an Android to an iPhone, depending, but other people have their own preference. Again, it's all about preference. And number two, the ecosystem of the iOS was also copied by the Android. Huawei was also having similar ecosystem to this before they had problem with the US. And other companies like Samsung also have this kind of ecosystem. Not only iOS having, but the most perfect presently is the iOS. Now, tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. What you think is better between the Android or the iOS? But me, based on my personal preference, I prefer the Android. Hey guys, if you love this video, a sub to this channel will be highly appreciated. And you may want to turn on the notification bell to be the first to get a video when we post one. And if you want to watch my video where you can get the cheapest phone, I'm going to leave the link in the description below, and the specification of the Tecno Phantom 11. I'm also going to leave the link of that video in the description below. And my name remains excellent, and I'm going to see you in the next video.